Hello, friends. I am Alex. In past episodes, I told you about oil, gold, tobacco, and more. Watch these videos on my channel. Oil became the most popular topic for viewers. But one resource always follows close behind. Like a younger relative, it appears in news more often than black gold. I mean natural gas. Many people think oil and gas are almost identical. That is not true. Their paths often cross, but their histories are very different. Today, I will tell you about gas discovery. Why did some countries become rich? And how did gas change our homes? Let's begin. Imagine the ancient world. No gas, no stove. People cook with wood. But sometimes fire comes from the ground. People did not understand this was gas. They thought it was magic. In ancient Persia, fire was sacred. Today, Persia is called Iran. Zoroastrianism began there. Its followers built temples above burning gas. The fire never went out there. In Greece, one mountain breathed fire. Greeks thought a monster lived there. They called it chimera. So gas helped create a myth. But Greeks also used gas differently. Delphi oracles breathed gases from a crack. This changed their minds. Then they gave prophecies. Kings and generals listened to the oracles. So gas influenced politics in ancient times. Just kidding. One Persian king acted even simpler. Gas burned near his palace. He ordered a kitchen there. Nobody needed to carry fuel. It came itself. But the smartest people lived in China. Chinese people produced salt. They drilled wells and used bamboo pipes. They noticed gas could burn. The fire heated water. Water disappeared and salt remained. Gas moved through pipes to the production place. There they burned it. Scientists call this the first gas pipeline. It is more than 2,000 years old. By the way, friends, our channel has a separate video about salt. If interested, here is the link. Marco Polo wrote about Chinese gas heating. Some cities used gas for heating. This is difficult to check, but it sounds amazing. 7 centuries ago, gas already heated homes. The 18th century began in Britain. The Industrial Revolution started. Factories worked day and night. How could people light them? Candles were expensive. Torches made much smoke. People needed a new solution. In 1739, Dr. Clayton noticed burning coal gas. This was an important discovery, but it stayed inside laboratories. Clayton built no street lamps. He invited no investors. A French engineer made the real breakthrough. Philippe Le Bon invented lighting gas. How did people make this gas? They strongly heated wood or coal inside boilers, without air. Wood did not burn. It broke apart instead. Gas appeared during this process. People collected it for lamps. Liebman showed gas could light streets and homes. But an Englishman improved the idea. His name was James Watt. He improved the steam engine too. Watt first used gas inside his factory. Later, he used it outside. Soon gas lamps appeared in London. In 1818, they appeared in Paris. America also moved forward. William Hart built America's first gas pipeline. It connected a field with Fredonia City. Fredonia is in New York State. What materials made these pipes? People used hollow wooden logs. They closed joints with tar and cloth. And it worked. Gas became a symbol of progress. It entered ordinary people's lives for the first time, but only for light. It is important to understand this. This was not natural gas. This was artificial gas. Factories made it from wood or coal. Natural gas comes directly from underground. Today, we use only natural gas. But artificial gas helped people in 19th century. German chemist Robert Bunsen invented a burner. It helped people heat food and homes. People thought this was the breakthrough, but it was not. At the 19th century's end, gas lost everywhere. Kerosene and electricity replaced gas lighting. Internal combustion engines preferred gasoline. Why? Gas was difficult to store and transport. Oil is liquid. People can pour it into barrels. Coal is solid. People can load it into wagons. But gas escapes into the sky. Before World War II, people often burned natural gas, or they released it into air. Nobody considered gas a valuable resource. Everything changed because of new pipes. In the 20th century, stronger steel pipes appeared. People could weld them. People could build them across huge distances. New technology moved gas very far away. Now gas traveled across entire countries. Then people remembered gas again. They understood gas was convenient for homes. Gas stoves, water heaters, and ovens appeared. The 20th century became the natural gas century. In the middle 20th century, Norway was poor. People caught fish and froze during winters. In 1958, gas appeared in the Netherlands. Norway thought about possible gas reserves. Geologists said Norway had nothing. Norway did not believe them. They invited Phillips Petroleum Company. Specialists drilled many wells. Every well was empty. Only one remained. Then suddenly they found gas. It was a huge field. People called it Ekofisk. Only 4 million Norwegians lived there. They could not use all this gas themselves. But they could sell it. Norwegians made a smart decision. Let me explain. Gas from underground is raw. It contains water, sand, sulfur, and impurities. People cannot send this gas into homes immediately. It can damage pipes. It burns badly. It costs little money. Many poor countries sell raw gas. They receive little money. Norway said no. They decided to build factories themselves. They wanted to sell only clean gas. Norway built these factories. Factories cleaned the gas. They removed water, sand, and sulfur. Only clean gas remained. It burned very well. It was safe. It cost several times more than raw gas. What did Norway receive? Norwegians received many jobs. Gas prices became high. The country became independent. What was the result? Norway became very rich. Today, its income is twice higher than neighbors. Norway almost has no foreign debt. Human development rankings place Norway among world leaders. Gas and smart decisions created this success. Norway was not completely poor before. But what about truly poor countries? Look at Qatar. 100 years ago, it was a tiny village. People caught fish and collected pearls. The Al Thani dynasty ruled there. The rulers were not rich. In 1939, people found oil there. Qatar could relax after this. Neighbors in UAE still live from oil. But Qatar chose another path. In 1951, people discovered gas there. At first, everybody ignored it. Why? Gas was harder to sell than oil. Countries needed huge liquefaction factories. They also needed special ships. The real turning point came in 1995. The son removed his father from power. His name was Hamad al-Thani. Hamad understood oil reserves were limited. The country needed gas. He started building gas liquefaction factories. Liquefied natural gas travels easily by ships. Qatar became a world exporter. Money went into cities, hospitals, and roads. Qatar built modern airports and stadiums. Living standards increased incredibly. Tiny Qatar became a rich country. Gas made this possible. While countries became richer, gas entered ordinary homes. In the early 20th century, gas stoves appeared. This felt like a miracle. People no longer chopped wood. People no longer waited for hot ovens. Turn the handle and get fire immediately. Water heaters provided hot water anytime. Before this, people heated water inside stoves. This process took many hours. Gas ovens baked bread and pies faster. They also baked food more evenly. Today, we hardly notice this convenience, but gas felt revolutionary 100 years ago. Of course, gas also has disadvantages. Gas explodes during leaks. Gas itself has no smell. So companies add special smells. Then people quickly notice leaks. Factories also experienced accidents. One famous example happened in Turkmenistan. Drillers accidentally reached a gas pocket. The ground collapsed. Gas caught fire. This place still burns today. People call it the door to hell. But such accidents are rare. Usually gas is safe. It is much cleaner than coal or wood. Burning gas creates almost no smoke or soot. This is good news for nature. Friends, gas traveled a very long path. At first, people feared it like magic. Then Chinese people used bamboo pipes for salt. Later, gas lit London and Paris streets. Then people almost forgot gas. Later, new pipes saved it again. Gas made poor countries rich. Gas gave us hot water and stoves. Gas heats our homes during winter. Today, modern world cannot exist without gas. It is light, invisible, sometimes dangerous, but convenient. See you next time.